Hi, I'm Bonnie Barker. Welcome to video number 3 of the Chevrons and Diamonds Throw. At this point, you should have rows 1 through 20 completed. We are continuing to follow the charts, and I wanted to share with you what I have so far. Okay, this is my chevron A section, and we have come to the halfway point of the diamond, creating our center diamond here. Okay, so this is what I have for the A and the B section. I'm just going to continue on like I did in the second video and demonstrating for you and showing you how to read the A section and then the B section, and then you will just alternate the A and the B, A, B, A section all the way across the row. I think that's going to save you time, and that way these videos don't become insomniac videos showing you every single stitch. Because if you've gotten this far at this point, then you should be really close to even being able to carry this pattern on without me. But I'm going to go ahead, and for those who need the extra help, I am going to cheerfully and happily show you the next 10 rows. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's look at the chart for row 21. Okay, as we take a look at this at row 21, we start with a single crochet, front post, single crochet, 3 front post, 2 singles, 2 front post, 2 singles, 2 front post, 2 singles, 3 front post, a single front post, and a single crochet. Let's go ahead and work the row. Okay, now starting row 21, chain 1, single crochet in that first stitch. Now reading from the chart, single crochet, and then a front post, double crochet. Make sure we skip that stitch, single crochet. Now we have 3 front post doubles together. So we have this here, and now we're going to reach over and grab these 2. That's 2 and 3. Skip 3 stitches back here, 1, 2, 3, and in the next stitch we're going to do 1 single crochet, and then we do another single crochet beside it. Now we're going to work 2 front post doubles, and we're going to reach over and grab these stitches here as we do that. Skip 2 single crochets behind them, 2 single crochets, and then 2 front post using the other 2 stitches that we used to start that new chevron about 2 rows down. Skipping 2 stitches, and now we single crochet in 2 stitches. Now we're going to do 3 front post double crochets, 1, 2, and reaching over to this one way over here. I know it may seem a little unnatural, but that's what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3 stitches skipped behind, single crochet, a front post double, and then a single crochet. Make sure we skip that one, single crochet. So let's take a stop or a pause and take a look at what we should have done for that A section. Okay, so that's the A section of row 21. Now for the B section, we are simply going to work single crochets in the next 35 stitches. So instead of showing you all 35 stitches, just trust me, I'm going to do 35 stitches there. And so go ahead and alternate that A, this is the A section of the chevron, and the B section all the way across the row, ending with a single crochet in that last stitch. Alright, now we're ready for row number 22, and for the chevron A pattern, we have all X's across that section. So we're going to chain 1, single crochet in that first stitch, and the next 22 stitches are going to be all single crochet. So go ahead and single crochet 22 single crochets across the A section. Alright, for the B section of row 22, we're going to start with a single crochet, then a treble, 7 single crochets, and then these 17 stitches are going to start and end with a treble, and we're going to alternate treble, single, across the next 17 stitches. and then 7 single crochets, a treble, and a single crochet. Let's go ahead and work that. So we begin with a single crochet and then a treble crochet, and now we work 7 single crochets, all right, and now we're going to work the next 17 stitches starting with a treble and then a single. We're going to alternate treble single across 17 stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and work those 17 stitches. Okay, let's go ahead and verify. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and they are alternating. So the next thing we do is work 7 single crochets, so that's 7, and then after that we work 1 treble crochet followed by a single crochet. And let's go ahead and verify it looking at the front side, since we are working this with the back side facing us. Okay, we see how the diamond is going to be starting to come inward as it goes up. Okay, that looks good. So now you have your assignment for row 22. It's going to be 22 single crochets across the A section. Then repeat what I just showed you with the B, the diamond section. Go ahead and work that across, and then don't forget to work a single crochet in the last stitch of the row. Okay, now we're ready to start row 23. Let's take a look at this. It's going to be single crochet, front post double crochet, single, front post double, 3 singles, 2 front post doubles. Now remember, we're going to be hooking these in to these stitches that are a little bit to the left. Okay, and then 4 single crochets, and then 2 more of those front post doubles, 3 single crochets, front post, single, front post, single. Let's go ahead and work those stitches. Let's go ahead and start with our chain 1, single crochet in that first stitch. Now we start working from the chart. Single crochet, front post double, skip that stitch back here, single crochet, front post double, skip that stitch, single crochet in the next 3 stitches. Notice that this chevron down here, the second chevron, is now completed. We're not going to be working that one again. Instead, we're going to be working some new ones. So let's go ahead and do these 2. Okay, skip 2 stitches behind, and we're going to do 4 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we do 2 more front post double crochets. Whoops, I just started to do a treble. Let's not mislead you there, unless of course you're choosing to do trebles, but I'm sticking with the double crochets. Skip these 2 rows. I'm sorry, 2 stitches, get my terms right, and single crochet in the next 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3, front post double, skip this stitch, single crochet in the next, and a front post double, skip this stitch, and a single crochet. Okay, so this is the A section of row number 23. Okay, so for the B section, which is the diamond, you're simply going to single crochet 35 stitches across. Okay, so go ahead and work those 35 stitches, and I want you to go ahead and complete this row, and don't forget again the single crochet in the last stitch. So go ahead and work this all the way across. Okay, to start row number 24, we are going to chain 1, single crochet in that first stitch, and we are just going to work 22 single crochets all the way across that A section. So go ahead and work those 22 single crochets. Now let's take a look at the B section for row 24. We're going to start with a treble, then a single, then a treble, 7 single crochets, and over the next 15 stitches we're going to alternate between treble, single, start and ending with a treble, the center diamond, 7 single crochets, and then treble, single, treble. Let's go ahead and work that. So with row 24, the B section, we're going to start with a treble. Well, let's get all the threads pulled through there. There you go, treble, and then a single, and then a treble. And then we're going to work 7 single crochets next. Okay, after we do that, the next 15 stitches are going to be alternating a treble and then a single, treble and single. Go ahead and do that over the next 15 stitches. After alternating the treble and the single over 15 stitches, it's time to work 7 more single crochets. That's 5, 6, 7, and followed by a treble, single, and then a treble. After that, you would work 22 single crochets. I'm just going to put a couple in here because I wanted to give another visual verification of what we just worked. Okay, so that diamond is coming out nicely here. And you see how these are on the side, and they are symmetrical. Okay, so go ahead and finish that across row 24, and don't forget the last single crochet in the last stitch. Okay, to start row 25, we're going to start with a single crochet, then a front post double, single, front post, 2 singles, 2 front post, 6 single crochets, 2 front post doubles, 2 singles, front post double, single, front post double, single. Okay, let's go ahead and work the chevron pattern A of row 25. So let's go ahead and start with a chain 1, single crochet in that first stitch. Then we're going to work a single crochet and then a front post double, skipping that last stitch behind it, single crochet, and then another front post double. Okay, now we're going to work 2, skip this stitch here, work 2 single crochets, 1, 2. Now we're going to work 2 front post doubles, grabbing these 2 one at a time over here, and 2 double, skip these 2 here, and then we're going to work 6 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 front post doubles, 1, 2. Skip these 2, and then we're going to work 2 single crochets, front post double, skip that stitch behind there, single crochet, another front post double, skip that stitch, and a single crochet. Let's just pause and take a look at what we've just done. This is what we should have so far. And for the B section, you are going to work 35 single crochets across that diamond area. Okay, so go ahead and repeat that all the way across, ending with a single crochet in the last stitch, and then we'll start the row after that. Okay, now we're ready to start row 26. We're going to chain 1 single crochet in that first stitch, and section A, the chevron pattern is just 22 single crochets across. So go ahead and work 22 single crochets. All right, for row 26 of the B section, it's going to be single crochet, treble, single, treble, 7 single crochets, and then across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, across 13 stitches here. We're going to alternate treble, single, treble, single, and we're going to end with the treble in that alternating 13 stitches, and then 7 single crochets, and then treble, single, treble, single. Let's go ahead and work that. Okay, again, row 26. Single, treble, this is the B section, single, and treble. Now we're going to work 7 single crochets, oops, that's 6, and that is 7, and now we begin the 13 stitches alternating a treble, single, treble, and single. I'm going to continue this across, and then I'll show you when I'm done. So after alternating the treble, single across 13 stitches, we go back to 7 single crochets, 1 in each of the next 7 stitches. And then we alternate treble, single, treble, and single. And that is the B section. And let's go ahead and take a look from the front side just to make sure that we worked that correctly. Okay, that looks good. So go ahead and alternate the 22 single crochets for the B, for the A section, and then this, what I just showed you, for the B section all the way across row 26, ending with a single crochet in that last stitch. Okay, let's take a look at row 27. We have single crochet, front post double, single crochet, front post double, and then a single crochet, 2 front post doubles, 2 single crochet, 4 front post doubles, 2 single, 2 front post, single, front post, single, front post, single. Okay, let's go ahead and work that. So to begin row 27, chain 1, single crochet in that first stitch, and then we work our single crochet, front post, skip that stitch back there. I know you're probably getting tired of hearing me say that, but it's just a matter of time before somebody makes that mistake. Okay, front post, skip that stitch, 1 single crochet, and now we're going to work 2 front post doubles, kind of reach over and grab those stitches there, skip these 2 stitches, 2 single crochets. Now it's time to start a new chevron. So we're going to do 4 front post, and remember what I said before, just go ahead, since there's nothing directly below here, I'm going to take this stitch right here a little bit to the left or to the right if you're watching the left-handed version. So we need 4 front post double crochets, okay, and let's skip 4 stitches back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then single crochet in 2 stitches, front post doubles, 1, 2, skip 2 stitches back here, and 1 single crochet, 1 front post double, skipping that stitch, single crochet, and a front post double, skip that stitch, and a single crochet. Let's stop and take a look. This is what you should have after completing the A section of row number 27. Okay, for the B section of row 27, we are just going to single crochet in each of the next 35 stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and start working those 35 single crochets. So you can go ahead and work that A section like I just showed you and the 35 single crochets for the B section. Alternate that across the row, single crochet in the last stitch. Okay, let's start row 28. We're going to chain 1, single crochet in that first stitch, and for the A section we are simply going to single crochet in the next 22 stitches. Now let's take a look at what we need to do for the B, or the diamond section. Okay, we're going to treble, single, treble, single, treble, single crochet in 7 stitches, and then we're going to alternate between the treble and the single over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stitches, followed by 7 single crochets, and then the treble, single, treble, single, treble again. Okay, so let's go ahead and work this across. This is row number 28. Okay, so we start this section with a treble and a single and another treble and a single and another treble crochet. Now, I should have mentioned this earlier, but from the flip side, I could feel with my fingers that I was in the right place, that these are alternating. But if there's ever a doubt, you can always go ahead and turn and look at the other side to get some visual confirmation that what you're doing is correct. All right, now we need to do 7 single crochets, 6 and 7, and now we alternate again between the treble and the single over the next 11 stitches. I'm going to go ahead and work these. These are alternating over the next 11 stitches, and then I'll come back to you. After that, alternating between the treble and the single, then it's time to do 7 single crochets, and then followed by the treble single alteration over the next 5 stitches. So that's a treble, single, treble, single, treble. Now I'm going to go ahead and put a couple single crochets in here just to kind of anchor that last treble, because I know that the next thing I do is 22 more of those. But let's just go ahead and flip this around. Make sure that we're on the right track. Yes, we are getting closer to finishing that first diamond of ours. How exciting that's going to be. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and send you off to do the rest of this row. And don't forget, single crochet in the last stitch, and that's not on the graph. So go ahead and finish row 28. Now we're ready to start row 29. The chevron A pattern starts off with single crochet, front post double, single crochet, 3 front post double, 2 single crochet, 2 front post, 2 singles, 2 front post, 2 singles, 3 front post double crochets, single, front post, single crochet. All right, let's go ahead and do it. And for the 29th time, we chain 1, single crochet in that first stitch. Now starting with our grid, single crochet, then we work a front post double. Remember, I'm working these a little on the loose side. Skip that stitch there, single crochet, and now we're going to do 3 front post double crochets. 1, and we're going to reach way over here for these next 2, 2, 3. Going to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to work 2 single crochets, 1, 2. Now it's time for 2 front post doubles. We're going to reach over and grab these as we do so. Skip the next 2 stitches, and we're going to single crochet the next 2 stitches. Now we're going to front post double in the next 2. Remember, skipping these 2 behind, and single crochet in the next 2, front post double in the next 3. We're going to do this one, and then this one way over here. That's 1, 2, and then 3. And remember, 1, 2, 3, skip stitches behind those. Single crochet, front post double crochet, and then a single crochet. Skip this one here, single crochet. Now for the B section, we're just going to work single crochets across the next 35 stitches. And that should set you up for row 29. Don't forget that last stitch at the end of the row, that's off grid. And I'll see you at the beginning of row number 30. Okay, to start row number 30, we chain 1, single crochet in that first stitch. And for the A section, we just single crochet across 22 stitches. Okay, let's take a look at the B section. It'll be a single crochet, a treble, single, treble, single, treble. Okay, 7 single crochets. And then over the next 9 stitches, we alternate the treble and a single back and forth, ending with and starting with a treble. And then 7 single crochets, and then treble, single, treble, single, treble, single. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So we start the B section of row 30 with a single crochet and then a treble. Do that over 6 stitches, so that's 3 repeats, I guess, of the single and the treble. Okay, let me check to make sure I did that right. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see. I should have started counting with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's correct. Now 7 single crochets. And that's 5, 6, 7. Now, after we do that, we're going to alternate the treble and the single over the next 9 stitches. I'll go ahead and finish this up. So after alternating that treble, single over 9 stitches, then we're going to single crochet in the next 7. And this is 5, 6, 7. Now I need to get a knot out of my yarn. Okay, back again. I'm nearing the end of my first scan, so I'm starting to have a little bit of yarn trouble, but it's all good. So now we are going to alternate between the treble and single over 6 stitches. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6. And let's go ahead and, like I always like to do, is take a look to make sure that we are on the right track here. Okay, that looks good to me. So we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and finish out row 30, alternating between the A and the B section. Don't forget that last stitch in the last stitch. All right, now we're going to begin row 31, but before we do that, we need to look at our pattern a little bit, and I need to give you some more information. We just finished row 30, which is the last row in this chevron pattern A chart. Now, the chart for the diamond pattern B, let's take a look at this. This goes up to row 40, so we just finished to this point. So I'm like, gee whiz, what are we going to do now, right? Well, I think I have something that's going to help you so that you're not going to have to figure this out row by row as you go. Okay, I have put together a chart. It's a very simple chart. It's one that is available on my website. If you go to bonniebaycrochet.com and under the different selections, select blog. Or if you just want to look it up on Google, if you look up Chevrons and Diamonds Throw, Bonnie Bay Crochet, and it should be one of the options that comes up. So what I've done here is I've simply listed the rows from here to the finish. This is actually a 5-page document when I printed it out. It goes from row 31 all the way to row 198, which is one reason why I'm not going to do each of these rows stepping you through it, because it would probably be the longest YouTube video series in history if I did. But I think by now you should understand what you're doing, how to read the chart, because we've gone back and forth reading them at least 30 times now. So for row 31, I'm going to start you through this with the yarn in just a minute. But we're going to, for this row, we're going to work row 7 of pattern A, and then we'll work row 31 of the diamond pattern B. And after I do that, I'm going to check it off, and then you can actually just draw through it if you'd like to, because we're never going to have to look at this again, at least for this throw. So I'll go ahead and start you on row 31, but do be sure that you go to my website and download this and print it out. I highly recommend you do that, so that you know where you are, and you'll be able to just pull up the other two graphs and just go forward with the throw. So to begin row 31, the A section is simply going to be single crochet, front post, single crochet, front post, 3 single crochet, 2 front post, 4 single crochet, 2 front post, 3 single crochet, front post, single, front post, single. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So now starting row 31, we chain 1, single crochet in that first stitch. Remember, we're looking at row 7 of the chart A. Single crochet, front post, treble, skip that stitch back there, single crochet, and we're going to front post double in the next one. And apparently we're starting a new chevron, so we're going to single crochet, we skip this one, but then single crochet in the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 front post double crochets, and then 4 single crochets. They skip 2, and then 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then front post double, front post double, and skip these 2, and then single crochet in the next 3. And now we do our front post, skip that one, single crochet, front post double, skip that one, and then a single crochet. Okay, and you know what to do for the B section. According to the chart, we are working on row 31, and that's simply to work 35 single crochets all the way across that B section. So go ahead and finish row 31, and don't forget that single crochet in that last stitch of the row. Okay, now we're ready to move on to row number 32. For row 32, we're going to work chevron row 8, or the A row 8, and row 32 of the B row. Now with a row 8, all the even numbers on this row are going to be single crochet all the way across. Actually, what we can even do is, if you want to take your pen and just circle the even rows, for example for the A rows, and for the B rows, what you can do is circle the odd rows, okay? And then put a little note to yourself that the circled rows equal single crochet across. Okay, so I just put a little note. If you want to do that, that might be an easier way for you to know what you need to do. So if you circle it, that means that you're just going to have to just work single crochets for those sections. For the A sections, that's going to be 22 stitches, and for the B section, that's going to be 35 stitches. Okay, so those are some of my little cheat notes that I'm going to, keep as I go here, so that way I don't have to, look at this for every single thing I do. So let's go ahead. We're working on row 32 now. Going to be 22 single crochets for the A section, and then we'll look at row 32 when we get there. So let's go ahead and start those 22 stitches. So 32, row 32 begins with a chain 1, single crochet in that first stitch, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 22 stitches. For B section of row 32, we're going to alternate treble, single, over 7 stitches, and then 7 single crochets, and then alternate treble, single over the next 7 stitches, and then 7 single crochets, and then treble, single over the next 7 stitches. So 7 looks like the magic number for row number 32. Let's go ahead and start that. Okay, we start with a treble, single, that's 3, 4, treble, 6, and then 7. Okay, we should have 7 stitches alternating here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Now we're ready for 7 single crochets. A lot of single crochets in this project. Now we're going to alternate again. Treble, single over 7 stitches. And now we do 7 single crochets again. And we alternate, starting with that treble, single for over the next 7 stitches. Okay, so let me go ahead, I'm going to single crochet in a couple of stitches. This is part of the 22 stitches. That's part of the A pattern, but I just want to do that to anchor it. And let's see if this looks good on the other side. I believe it does. And getting a better view of that diamond there. Okay, so go ahead and finish that all the way across, and then don't forget that last single crochet in that last stitch. Okay, now for row 33, we're going to work row 9 of the chevron A pattern, and we're going to work row 33 of the diamond or the B pattern. Let's take a look at row 9 of the chevron pattern A. Single crochet, front post, single crochet, front post. These are front post doubles. 2 single crochets, 2 front post doubles, 6 single crochets through the center portion, 2 front post, 2 single, front post, single, front post, single. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we start with the chain 1, single crochet in the first stitch. Now reading from the chart, single crochet, front post double, skip that stitch, single crochet, and another front post double, skip that stitch behind there, 2 single crochets, and now 2 front post doubles. Now we're going to single crochet, we're going to skip these 2 behind, and then 6 or a single crochet in the next 6 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 front post double crochets, and then skip those 2 behind there, 2 single crochets, front post double, and let's see, skip that stitch behind, single crochet, and a front post double, skip that stitch, and a single crochet. Okay, so that was repeating row 9. This is for row number 33. And for row 33 on the B section, we simply single crochet in the next 35 stitches. So go ahead and finish row 33 ending with the single crochet in that last stitch. Alright, now we're ready to start row number 34. And for row number 34, we're going to do row 10 of the chevron A pattern, which is, that number is circled, which means it's just going to be single crochets in those 22 stitches. And then we're going to work on row 34 of the diamond B. Okay, and in case you haven't been able to download a copy of this yet, if you want to just go to the description of this video, if you look down there, this link is also there, so you can just click it and go ahead and download a copy. I believe it's going to serve you as we go through from this point on until row 198. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at crocheting row 34. We're going to start with a chain 1 and then single crochet in that first stitch, and then we're going to do our 22 single crochets across the A section. Okay, for the B section, across the next 8 stitches, we're going to start with the single crochet and alternate single crochet, treble crochet over 8 stitches. Then we're going to single crochet in the next 7 stitches. And then over the next 5 stitches, we're going to alternate treble, single, treble, single, treble, and then 7 single crochets. And then the last 8 stitches are going to alternate between a treble and a single. Okay, so the B section starts with a single crochet and then a treble crochet. We're going to do that over 8 stitches. After those alternating treble, single, treble, single, treble, single, treble, single over 8 stitches, we're going to single crochet in the next 7 stitches. And after we do those 7 stitches, we're going to work a treble, single, treble, single, and then a treble. It's just alternating, starting and ending with a treble over 5 stitches. Then back to 7 of those single crochets. And then we are going to work the treble, single, alternating over the next 8 stitches. And this is number 8. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's go ahead and turn it around and see if it's looking good for us. Because of course if it's not, we're going to have to make an alteration. Okay, so that looks like it's just in line, doing well. So I'm going to go ahead and finish out row 34. Starting row 35, we're going to work chevron row 11 and the diamond row 35. Let's go ahead. Now see, 35 is circled in the B section, so we know that that's just going to be 35 single crochets. Right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what chevron A row number 11 looks like. Okay, so for row number 11, it's going to be single crochet, front post double, single, front post, single, 2 front posts, 2 single, 4 front posts. So we're going to be starting a new chevron here in row number 11. 2 singles, 2 front posts, single, front post, single, front post, single. Let's go ahead and do it. So we'll start with that chain and a single crochet in the first stitch. Now reading from the graph, single crochet, front post double, and I'm going to skip a stitch back here, and then a single crochet and another front post double and a single. I'm going to skip this stitch back here, single crochet. Now we're going to work 2 front post double crochets and then skip these 2 stitches, 1, 2, and then 2 single crochets. And now we're going to do 4 front post double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, skip 1, 2, 3, 4 back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 single crochets come next. 1, 2, 2 front post double, 1, 2, and then skip these 2, and then a single and a front post double, skip that stitch, a single, front post double, skip that stitch, and a single crochet. Alright, so that is the A section. This is row number 35, I believe. And then for this part, for the B section, we're just going to single crochet in each of the next 35 stitches. So go ahead and work that all the way across, single crochet in that last stitch. Okay, it's time to look at row 36. For row 36, chevron row A, pattern number 12, and we have that circle, so we're just going to do single crochets for those 22 stitches, and then we're going to look at diamond row 36. So let's go ahead and start. So we begin row number 36, single crochet in that first stitch, and then single crochet in the next 22 stitches. Okay, to begin the B pattern for row 36, for the diamond, we're going to alternate treble, single, over 9 stitches, and then single crochet in the next 7, and then treble, single, and then single crochet in the next 7, and then alternate the treble, single over the next 9 stitches, starting and ending with a treble crochet. So we begin that B section by alternating a treble and single over 9 stitches. After alternating those 9 stitches, treble, single, we're going to single crochet in the next 7 stitches. And for the center, we're going to work a treble, a single, and then a treble. And then 7 more single crochets. Followed by the 9 stitches again, alternating, starting with a treble and then a single. So go ahead and work those 9 alternating stitches. So after finishing that, let's go ahead and just take a look to confirm that it's the pattern that we're looking for. And that looks good. Okay, so we just have a couple more rows and then we'll have this diamond section up here completed. So go ahead and finish out row 36. Now to start row 37, we're going to do chevron row 13 and the diamond row 37. So let's go ahead, and we see 37 is circle, so that means that's just going to be 35 single crochets for that section. So let's take a look at chevron row 13. For chevron row 13, we have a single crochet, front post, single crochet, 3 front post, 2 singles, 2 front post, 2 singles, 2 front post, 2 singles, 3 front post, single, front post, single. Let's go ahead and work that. So we start row 37 with a chain 1, single crochet in that first stitch, and then following the chart, single crochet, front post double, and skipping that stitch back there, single crochet in the next, and then another, actually 3 front post doubles, that's 1, and reach way over here for these other 2, that's 2 and 3, and we're going to skip 3 stitches back here, 1, 2, 3, and then single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then 2 front post double. We're going to grab these 2 front posts from 2 rows ago. That's 1. Oops, let's try that one again. 2, skip these 2, and we're going to do 2 single crochets, and then 2 more front post double crochets. Skip these 2 stitches here, 1, 2, and then single crochet in the next 2, and then 3 front post double crochets, 1, 2 and 3 right over here. Skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then we have a single crochet, front post double, and skip that stitch there, and then a single crochet. And so now for the B section, you're just going to single crochet across the next 35 stitches. So go ahead and finish out row 37. All right, let's take a look at row number 38. We're going to work chevron row 14, which is circled, so that's just 22 single crochets. And then we'll look at row B, or diamond row B, number 38. So beginning row 38, we chain 1, single crochet in that first stitch, and single crochet in the next 22 stitches for the A section. This is row 38. For the B section of row 38, we're going to alternate across 10 stitches, starting with a single, then a treble, single treble across 10 stitches, and then 7 single crochets, 1 treble crochet, and that should be dead center, and then 7 single crochets, and then the last 10 alternating treble single. Okay, let's go ahead and work that. So we start the B section of row 38 by working a single and a treble. We're going to do that over 10 stitches after alternating the treble single over 10 stitches. Then we work our 7 single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we work 1 treble crochet, and then we work 7 more single crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now we're going to alternate between a treble and a single over the next 10 stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. So after finishing up those alternating 10 stitches, let's go ahead and take a look at the front. Okay, we are getting close. Okay, so that kind of finishes off our little diamond here. So let's just take a quick look at that. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue working this. Go ahead and finish this all the way across for row 38 and a single crochet in that last stitch. All right, now it's time to start row 39, and we're going to go back to row 7 for this row on the chevron A pattern, and then we will do row 39 in the diamond pattern. Let's take a look at chevron A row 7, since row 39 is simply going to be 35 single crochets across that section. So let's take a look at the A section. Okay, back to row 7 of the chevron section. Single crochet, front post double, single, front post, 3 singles, 2 front posts, 4 single crochets, 2 front posts, 3 singles, front post single, front post single. Let's go ahead and start that. Okay. Starting in row number 39, which is going to be a repeat of chevron pattern A section. Single crochet in that first stitch. Now reading from the chart, single crochet, front post double, and skip that stitch behind that post stitch, single crochet, and then another front post double. Now we're going to skip that stitch behind that post stitch again, and we're going to single crochet in the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 front post double crochets. Make sure you reach all the way across there. It is a bit of a stretch, and skip 1, 2 stitches back there, and then we're going to single crochet in the next 4 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 2 front post doubles, 1, 2. I'm going to skip these 2 stitches back here, 1, 2, and then single crochet in the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then a front post double, skip that stitch, a single, and a front post double again, skip that stitch, and a single crochet. And that, my friends, is the A section once again. This is row 39, and for the B section of row 39, you simply single crochet in the next 35 stitches. So go ahead and work that all the way across row 39. All right, let's take a look at row number 40. And just for the record, this is the last time I'm going to actually step you through with the crocheting, because after this I'm going to have you take the training wheels off the bike, so to speak, and you're going to be free of me and free to follow this chart. So for row number 40, we are going to work chevron A, row number 8, which is going to be all the single crochets, and then we're going to work the last row of the diamond B chart, row number 40. So let's go ahead and get started. So to start this last row of the diamond chart, we're going to single crochet first stitch, and then we're going to single crochet in each of the next 22 stitches across the A section. Okay, taking a look at row 40 of the diamond or the B pattern, we're going to have 11 stitches alternating the treble, single, treble, single, okay, over 11 stitches. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, lucky number 13 single crochets in the center, and then another 11 stitches alternating the treble, single, treble, single. Okay, so let's go ahead and work that row. So for this row 40, we start with a treble crochet, and we're alternating treble and singles across 11 stitches. So go ahead and alternate back and forth on these 2 stitches across the next 11 stitches. After those alternating 11 stitches, we're going to work 13 single crochets. So go ahead and work single crochets in the next 13 stitches. After those 13 single crochets, we're going to alternate treble crochet and single crochet over the next 11 stitches. So go ahead and do that over these next 11 stitches. Okay, after finishing that B section, I wanted to show you what we should have. I'm starting to outgrow my softbox space here, but just show you that this does work out. So go ahead and complete this all the way across. This is row number 40, and this will end video number 3. And I will see you again soon in video number 4 for the next assignment. God bless. Bye-bye.